Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're well. I hope you're having a good Christmas time. And I hope that it's different from mine. Or maybe I hope it's the same if you like solitary time. So this is just a tiny little bonus video. Basically, I kind of have nothing to do for Christmas. I'm just stuck alone in my house in England. I can't visit anyone because of COVID. And all my British friends are with their families. So it's kind of boring, but I don't want to deny myself the usual fun and stress of making Christmas presents. And I still want to congratulate people, especially because I really enjoy giving people presents. So I decided that I will send a bunch of postcards or packages to my friends. And also I wanted to make something for my grandmother in Estonia, since I'm not able to see her this year. And she's been really isolated as well because of COVID. And then I saw these things. They're just kind of scrap pieces of cardboard that were in something that I bought. And I thought that these could actually make really cute bookmarks. So I want to make some upcycled bookmarks for my grandma. And maybe it will give some of you ideas for little last-minute presents as well. I'm a very last-minute person when it comes to Christmas, which is not great, but I make a lot of my presents by hand, and I find that if it's handmade, even if it's something small, even if you spend zero money on it, it's still really nice to receive a present like that. For my birthday this year, I mostly just got fan art from my friends of my characters, and I cherish it so much. So yeah, I thought I'd make some bookmarks for my grandmother who really likes to read, and usually doesn't like people spending money on her and stuff anyway and doesn't want anything. So I have 4, and I decided that I would make one with a sea theme, and one with this kind of golden diamond theme, one with a red fire theme, and one with a cosmic space theme. And yeah, it's just going to be literally made out of random stuff that I have at home. I'm just having a little bit of fun, chill, crafty time. So yeah, I have this leaflet of Astronomy Society from uni, and I have these song lyrics that I want to incorporate. Basically just a lot of random scrap pieces of paper that I keep hoarding for some reason. Oh well, the reason is to make stuff like this. So yeah, I'm just going to play around and make some bookmarks and then let you know how it goes. Or you'll be able to see how it goes since I'm recording everything. Because of course I am. Anyway, I want to start with the space bookmark. So for that, I want to, I think, use this as the background. Sea and space in particular, I think my grandmother will enjoy a lot, because those are things that really relate to my grandfather, her late husband, because he was a sailor, and he was also a teacher of marine astronomy. I saw some of the textbooks that he had written. They're so complicated. There's trigonometry, but in 3D, and with curved. So it's 3D and curved, because you kind of need that to be able to navigate ships and to use the stars to navigate. It's really interesting, even if I don't really get it. Oh, just realized that it has the bit of the Astrosoc logo in it. But that is fine, because I can just cover it up with something. But yeah, this isn't going to be anything particularly fancy, especially since I'm just working with the materials that I have at home right now. Not buying anything new, but I feel like a lot of the time it is kind of the thought that counts as well when you make stuff like this. I think last time for my grandma I made so that was an old picture of her and my grandpa from when they were young on holiday, and it was actually a really good picture, but the composition of it wasn't great. So what I did was have it printed out and then cropped it, and then kind of made it into a postcard. And she has that on display at home right now, and that's really sweet, I think. Alright, now I'm just going to cut the corners of this thing. I don't know if I want the rounded corners like they were on the original piece of cardboard or something else. But I think we can start with the rounded corners and then see what happens. It's already looking pretty cute. It's probably much nicer than just using random pieces of paper as bookmarks, which I'm guilty of, to be honest. And this is the kind of thing that I tend to make every holiday season, but yeah. Usually we have these like big family gatherings in which various extended family members come together, like from different countries. Even my family is super international. So it's really weird the way this year is ending for me is really unusual. It's like very solitary. Because my housemates and all of my British friends are spending time with their families. And even those people who wanted to spend time with me happen to be in Tier 4 now. So they're like legally not allowed to, or not recommended to at least, travel, which is sensible. The pandemic is really quite something. And at first I was upset about that, but I'm kind of fine with it now. And I think it's actually largely due to the existence of this channel that I feel quite alright with being by myself now, because usually I don't do that well without kind of external input into my life, even if I'm an introvert, which I am. I like my alone time a lot, but at the same time, I feel like just the presence of other people around the house is valuable to me, because without it, I don't know, I just get depressed, and also I just find it difficult to like keep up with chores and things. The house is a mess right now because I don't feel like I should be living alone for long periods of time. But having the channel actually really helps, because sometimes I wake up and I feel like I get this feeling like, oh, I have some sort of exciting art thing to do, and I'm like, but what is it? And then I remember that I'm working on a video, and I have so many ideas that I'm basically always working on a video, which is great. I like that. I've also been working on my game a lot, so yeah. Anyway, here's a bookmark that has space on it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. Let's see. Yeah. I guess the way to save it is to draw a bunch of flying saucers. It's kind of the wrong orientation though. Oh well. Can I just say, I have no idea what this is. It looks vaguely like a Sharpie, but it doesn't have anything written on it. And this is just a marker that I got from my friend for free, so I have no idea what it is. This, together with this, I bought a year ago, or 2 years ago. This is like, these are like fancy paint markers. And they were like €7 or something together. And they just died so easily. Even if I tried to use them correctly, like I shook them and everything, I pressed them and everything, but they're just terrible. I bought them to make a thing for my friend. I got them a glass jar with different nice things that I wrote to them, since I thought it would be cute, and because they were just a little bit depressed and stuff, and so I thought if they had various like nice thoughts from me and from our other friends to read when they said, then that would help. And it was really good, so yeah. I think these kinds of jars are really cute as well. I want to make those for someone at some point. But that's what I got those paint markers for. And I managed to write something on glass, but then after that they just died and they just completely stopped functioning. Which is not what I desire for markers that cost €7. So I don't know, that was a review for whatever these things are. I do not recommend. Or I don't know, maybe I just happened to get bad ones, no idea. Here's the first bookmark. I'm going to let it dry so that I don't smudge it around. So for this one, I have some fancy paper that I could use. I really like this paper with the fishies, so I might use that. I'm kind of digging the textured, I think this is rice paper, so I want to use that. I was kind of debating whether to make this video, but I feel like filming things kind of helps me see things through. Oh yeah, also, in case I've not figured it out, by the video I got a new tripod, which actually kind of was from my grandma who I'm making these for. Or she's in a different country and she didn't know what to get me, but she did give me some money and said to get myself whatever I wanted, and I wanted a tripod, so I got a tripod. And I'm quite happy with it. I didn't get a super expensive one, but I'll put the model in the link where I got it in the video description. Hashtag not sponsored. Literally just thought it's a good job because most horizontal tripods that I've seen were like mega expensive and really not, just weren't great for my budget really. But this one was like £40 or less. My phone keeps stopping recording after some time, which is annoying because I lost a few minutes of footage, but thankfully not many. I was just cutting these out because I want to put them on my bookmark, kind of like this. or maybe like this. I think it would be cute. I don't really have a space quote, but oh well. Anyway, this might be dry now, so let's cut off the corners. I think with this one actually I want to cut them out like this. It's hard to get the angle symmetrical, but I honestly think it's fine. The beauty of DIY things, they don't have to be perfect. Although obviously I still like to make them pretty. And I hope that my grandma actually uses these, because she has this habit of like, if I make something beautiful, she's like, oh, but it's too beautiful to use. So I'm just going to put it somewhere and stare at it. Which is sweet in its own way, but I want her to use them. I would gladly give her a book to read with these as well, but I think it might be difficult for me to find books in Russian here, and I also don't really know what she has already read or what she would enjoy. I'm sure she's read a lot more than I have. This paper is really interesting. It's like see-through, but it also feels really strange to cut. I don't know what it's made of. It feels like plasticky. I wanted to use this paper for ages. I bought it probably years ago. And then I just never got around to it. There's this paper shop, that's what it's called, paper shop, in Thailand, where I'm from. And it's such a guilty pleasure every time I go there. I always end up spending way too much money on different fancy papers, and then not using them for years until there's this perfect project that I have that I can use them for, and then I use them. Like, such as right now, I'm pretty sure that this paper is from there. Doing things like this is really relaxing for me. I find that, I don't know, just something about making small crafts like this really helps me just, I guess, get distracted from all the life's problems and not think about stuff like that for a bit. And just think about how to make something pretty for someone I care about. I honestly really like the look of this. And then on the other side, we can put our starfish. Or sea star, which is a slightly more scientific term. Or, which one's the sea stars again? Echinoderms? Are sea stars echinoderms? I should know this. As someone who did a whole degree in biology. But I might be wrong. To double check that. I should definitely know that. This paper is so cool. Oh, I thought it was two-sided, but actually they're just two different colors. Still cool. Let's use this group of fishies, I guess. We don't actually celebrate Christmas. So in Eastern Europe, it's kind of weird. Some people celebrate like Catholic Lutheran Christmas, so like 25th, 26th, 24th of December. But because in Soviet times, religion was frowned upon, to put it mildly. It was basically banned. Depending on the time, there were some differences, but it was, yeah, essentially there was kind of this enforced secularism going on, and so people celebrated New Year's Eve a lot more. And I was actually really surprised. Apparently people don't really celebrate New Year's Eve that much in the UK, while in Estonia that's a big deal. At least for me, it's always been like New Year's Eve over Christmas, and it just feels so much more logical when your family isn't religious. Although, I guess when you start thinking about it, the way we count years is also from the birth of Jesus Christ, so it's still kind of Christmas. Actually, that's really weird. Christmas is 25th, but New Year's is the 1st. Something went wrong with the timekeeping there. Which I should also probably know what, but my memory can only hold so many things these days. Also, I'm just rambling because I think, I don't know, this video might just be more fun to watch if I'm rambling and not just crafting. I was planning to make something possibly more energetic and more like tutorial-y, but then I realized that I don't really know what I'm doing, and I also just want to relax a bit. Actually, fun fact, one of the reasons I started this channel is because I talk to myself a lot, and so a lot of the things that I say in my videos are just things that I usually have conversations with myself about, and I thought that making videos is basically like no effort because I already talk about those things to myself except without an audience, and you know, if I had an audience then maybe it could even be considered productive work. All life comes from the sea. That is true. I can confirm as a biologist. Maybe I should use the hole punch on this one. Actually, maybe not. Anyway, it's imperfect, but there's a star-shaped hole in it now. And it also spread this bit. I don't know if I love it, but I'm the one who wanted to do it, so for what it is, I think I'm satisfied with it. I could have ruined it a lot more than this. Oh, so this is our sea-themed bookmark. I can come back to the space one now. I assume it should be dry. Yep. Actually, I think circle closing kind of works here. Oh, it is 2021 soon, so I think it is kind of fitting. I hope the circle of pandemic is closing soon. Maybe not right away, but I'm really looking out for it because this is getting a little bit old, you know? Or maybe aliens are just invading Earth and that's why the circle's closing. The circle of humanity being the dominant species. Looks like we have a lot to look out for. I've been playing a bunch of games about alien invasions, so forgive me. You know what? Nothing says Christmas in winter like some glitter pens. Glitter pens are justice. And these ones are cool. This one is like blue, but at the same time it's gold. They are called dual metallic pens. I quite like them. Right, I think that's enough sparkles. So I'm going to cool this down as well. And I think for these, both of them, I really want to use this paper because it's really simple and that means I can use some washi tape in it and make something cute. This paper is super old. This is from my first tablet, which was a Wacom bamboo. I am impressed that I still have this. That just shows the extent of my hoarding abilities. I'm very talented at hoarding random stuff, especially if it's paper or other things that could be used for crafty purposes. It is past midnight, so it's officially Christmas. Merry Christmas, person watching this. Thank you for continuing to watch this. And if you're new, then welcome. I'm not really a craft channel, I'm more of an art channel, but they're basically the same thing anyway. I make a bunch of art videos. Sometimes they're just art videos, sometimes they're trying out different art supplies, and sometimes they're using art to talk about certain topics, like different social issues that I'm interested in, or that affect me in some way. So yeah, it's basically an outlet for my opinions, but to make them more interesting, and also just to draw because I like to draw, I also illustrate them. And yeah, that's my channel. If you're new here, then you're very welcome to stay if you want to. Ugh. This looks really plain right now, but I plan for it to look beautiful in a bit. Fun fact about me is that I love washi tape. I have so much of it, it is ridiculous. I think, you know these blogs that are like, date a person who does X? One of my friends was like, they saw a post which was like, date a person who collects washi tape, and they just sent it to me like, look, it's you, someone wants to date you. I don't really consciously collect it, but apparently that's kind of what ends up happening. Yeah, I feel like having the channel actually really helped with my loneliness in lockdown. Like I said, there's always something to do, and there's kind of a goal to strive towards. The reason I even started was because I don't know, I kind of got really disillusioned. I've been unemployed for a while, or basically unemployed. I've been doing freelance things, but not enough for it to be meaningful. Or it is meaningful, but yeah, not had the proper job for ages. And the pandemic just made it even harder, and there's like some impossible competition, like some things that I applied for and actually got quite far apparently told me that they had like 600 or 300 applicants per place, and that I was really great, but there were 600, 300 applicants per place. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. So I was like, cool, I guess it's time to actually become a YouTuber for real. Because, yeah, just everything is just impossibly competitive. I bought these, I think, from like Poundland, and I really like them. Oh, and these. I like the golden vibes. And these I bought, I think, last Christmas. Last Christmas. I got copyrighted. Because apparently YouTube does that now. Yeah. Like how it comes with a little thingy. Which one should I use here? There's one with circles that is cute. Do I put the same one on the other side, or do I put something else? Yes, that's the fun of washi tape. Especially when you own a lot of them, you can really play around. Color would be a cute accent. Kinda like the pink marble. This one feels more sticky than the other one. And then I can go in with some glitter pens. This is really simple compared to the other ones, but I like it. This just says enjoy reading this. I'm just going to glue it on the outside. But I'll wait for it to dry a little bit before I do that. I feel like these words, this little poem, is actually really, I don't know, it's actually really nice to see it now. It feels like what we need right now. And I will translate it for my grandmother once she receives this. And I'm sure she will appreciate it as well. This year has been so difficult on everyone. And I hope that watching this is relaxing, comfortable maybe. Maybe inspiring. You can make your own little crafts. It will only take you maybe a couple hours, depending on how complex you want to make it and how many of these you want to make. Yeah, I think this bookmark is basically just my little doodles. Oh no. Have to be careful and leave things to dry. But I think the solution is obviously to make some random shapes with this. Yeah, these doodles don't really have a meaning to them. They're just kind of there because I felt like it. I actually quite like this now. It's really random, but it's cute. Let's wait for it to dry. And in the meantime, we can finish with this one. I really wish I had like a skinnier version of this one, but I think it's fine. And here they are, all of my bookmarks done. So number one is the space one. It has some UFOs on one side and circle closing on the other side. Number two is the ocean is the beginning of the earth. Has some fishies and stuff in it. And it has an interesting texture thingy going on. The rice paper is really rough, but then the fishies are really smooth. And it feels pleasant to hold. And then, last but not least, these brown ones. Rice with the Fire, I actually surprisingly like how it turned out. I was not sure about it, I thought I had kind of ruined it, but I actually really like the random doodle aesthetic. And I hope my grandma will as well, although I'm pretty sure that she will like anything that I make. But I still wanted to make it pretty. And I hope she'll actually use it. So, yeah, that concludes my video. I hope that you've enjoyed watching me make these. I found it really nice and relaxing and kind of therapeutic to make them. And yeah, this is what you can do yourself at home from whatever materials you have. I just collect random papers that I think are cute and then use them for stuff like this. So for example, this is from a pack of tea. I was thinking of using this, but I didn't end up doing it this time. But like the Astronomy Society flyer, I thought I can totally use it for a crafty thing at some point. And that some point was today. I really love it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate, then just have a nice day, night, week, year, life. And subscribe to my channel if you would like to see art and activism related content. Bye bye.